Hello everyone, this is Bic Benedict. This is my Ninja Gaiden 1 campaign on very hard difficulty. Hell, it's our campaign, it's not just mine. But anyway, this is Chapter 8. It's called Tairon Under Alert. So after you get to the save point here, you want to go back into the monastery and grab Rachel's Warhammer. The reason for this, the reason why you want to get it, is because unless you have incendiary shurikens, unless you have those, you're going to need to bust down the wall with this. And even if you have neither of these weapons, there's still another way to go, so it's not a game-breaking glitch or anything like that. So up ahead, there's no flying drones, like there is in Black and Sigma. And there's also, unlike in Sigma, there's not the guys in the white body armor that will impale you when you fly swallow them. So feel free to fly swallow as many guys as you want. They don't do that one animation that prevents you from doing the fly swallow. Now if you how do I put this the best? You have to loosen these guys up, not the rocket launcher guys, because those guys are already, they come pre-loosened, I guess you'd say, or however that would work. But these guys, you notice if you try to hit them, your attacks kind of bounce off them, so you got to keep working at them, like evade hit, and even though you keep getting your sword keeps bouncing off them, they will relent. But the best way and the fastest way to loosen them up is to wind path off their heads, and they'll get stunned, and then you can do a combo, or you can do an Azun drop, or you can just, guillotine throw. Anything that you hit them with, that's pretty much loosened up, and then you could go to town on them with your best attacks and strongest tools. So I have the Armlet of the Moon equipped here because I'm not trying to get money here. And we're also going to be getting the Dabalachro if you have 20 golden scarabs. That's the reward for it. So I like that there's no flying drones here. We're gonna have to fight them in the next chapter. But one windmill, or I think it's 3, isn't it 3? 3 windmill shurikens will kill them. But they don't yield a single thing, and they're pests. They're really annoying. And I don't mind these chapters. This chapter, what I don't like in the next chapter is the bosses, the tank, the helicopter, and the radio tower. The radio tower is not that bad because I have a really good way to control the situation, and the chopper's not too bad either. It's just the goddamn tanks, they're horrible. You'll lose so much HP trying to fight those guys, it's just incredible. So you really should have a Talisman of Rebirth equipped for the 3 confrontations that I listed. So you definitely want to save your progress here. And I really miss the chopper that flies in over here and tries to shoot you with rockets. I like that touch that they put in Sigma. But if you don't have a life of a Talisman of Rebirth, mainly what I meant by having that is, yeah, it'll give you life, but it'll also give you 4 more uses of Nimpo, or however many key slots you have in your key gauge. So using Nimpo really works well on those, on the 2 tanks that you have to fight. And whenever you're dealing with those enemies, you want to use the core rods, not the explosive arrows, because the former take away way more HP off targets. So here we have a couple of tanks positioned up here, meaning we cannot go through. We can't go through the door that this tank's standing in front of, but we can go through that. The door that has the blue insignia on it. So right now I've got the windmill shuriken equipped, and I'm taking out the gun turrets because they'll fire steady streams of bullets at you while you're trying to fight these guys. And I would not mess around with trying to get blue essence and then trying to absorb that essence to expedite your charge, because a lot of the times you're going to get interrupted and you're going to really start to get pissed off if you're anything like me, because it's really annoying. Another way to deal with these guys is to press X and then hold the Y button. That flings them up, and your blade kind of scrapes on the ground and it lifts them up a little bit. Not too much. Not like enemies in God of War with the Olympic Ascension move, I think it's called, or something like that. The triangle hold for that game. But this is an optional fight, so if you don't want to partake in it, don't. But I'm not leaving any head unsevered. That's been my running theme throughout all these Ninja Gaiden games, and it will ever be so. So I like to save at least one use of the magic for the next area, because we do need to get through here. But if you want to jump off the ledge to the left or right, you don't have to go up here, but you will want to break that door to give you a shortcut between the two areas, and also to get the high potion that resides behind the door. And there's no boss for this chapter either. Did a lot of nice little editing over here, so you guys wouldn't have to watch me press the menu when I was switching out weapons. So this was a really finely edited chapter in my guide. So I'm going this way because I just want to open the door. Now I'm going to go back. I could have gone to the left, but I want to go this way to show you. I don't know, there wasn't really any rhyme or reason for going this way, but I ended up at the door that I said I would later go through to show you guys what it was. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm keeping my promises in this guide. I'm not someone who says something and then doesn't do it. But it's simply the door that we opened in in an earlier chapter. I think it was chapter 4 or 5, possibly chapter 5. And I said I'll go through it later, and I'm going to go through it now. It's right over here by the door, the lever with the Pegasus door that was barring that lever. So these guys are pretty tough, and it is possible to grind for money on these guys by Hans Bar. I like staying in that location so that I could always fill my health up in magic whenever I need to. Plus it has a nice convenient save point. So this is the door I was mentioning in that earlier video, and it just leads us right over to here. And that course right there I think it had the nunchucks in this campaign, or it might have been a low potion. So here's 3 more enemies and that tank with the gun turret on it. So I like to jump off this wall right here and then just throw the windmill shuriken at that thing. And there's no nightmares. In Ninja Gaiden Black, on the highest difficulty, you would have to fight a nightmare over here, and it would yield, I believe it would give you the Armlet of Celerity. The fact that we have the Armlet of Benediction really early in this game is not how it usually works in the other games. They usually give you the Armlet of Benediction at the almost near the end of the game. And I misspoke, because in an earlier video also I was I was referencing the door on this building here, and I was saying that it can be opened with the Dabalacro or the Warhammer or incendiary shurikens, but it cannot be opened with shurikens. You have to use one or the other of those weapons that I mentioned. And since we don't have the Dabalacro currently, we're going to have to use the Warhammer. And I've got incendiaries, it's just that I know it won't open this door. So usually the Dabalacro's in that chest right there, but this is only giving us that. And I'm going to do a jump over here and get this item, which is the Life of the Gods. So that should be number 2 of your new set. And we've already got there is a Fiend Challenge in that area, but we have to wait until we get the True Dragon Sword first, and have activated the pedestal. So now you should go back and save it and grind for money if you want to. I did a little bit of that. I don't feel bad about doing it in a game like this, because your money fluctuates so much in this game, and it really is kind of like like an action RPG kind of game, but it really isn't that per se. But it's definitely different from Ninja Gaiden 2. And a lot of people simply just don't like this game because they like Ninja Gaiden 2 and Sigma 2 so much, and this game is not really for them. But I played this game originally, and then I played Sigma 2. And the difference is, I was still too naive to even be noting many differences. I mean, I saw the linearness of Sigma 2 right away, but that was a long time ago. That was before I could barely beat normal mode, and I was having to watch guides about how to do it. And I was watching the worst guides imaginable. And then I said to myself, like a year later, I'm going to start making a guide of this game because I love it so much. And every single video I've posted so far has been enabling me to earn ad revenue off it, so I'm really satisfied and happy. So I think I do the X, Y over here. Now we're going to use the crystal, or the skull key to open this door. And in these games, it's a fence, but in Sigma, it's not this it's not that chain link fence. So I always thought that was interesting. So that golden scarab is number 20. Number 21 is upstairs, and I did acquire the Dabalacro. And on this stage, you cannot upgrade it to level 2. On the next stage, you can. So you have to wait one stage. But these two stages connect via the security gate that's going to come up after this section. So no enemies here, no flying drones, no nothing. Just two guys on gun turrets. So I'm going to go back here by this fence, get some arrows because I need some, and equip the bow because it doesn't let you equip any projectile items if you have 0 for the inventory. So you could shoot the guys. I'm going to keep silent for a second so you could hear the shots connect. See, it takes 3 shots, and your arrows will go right through that little piece of the fortification that they're standing behind. I guess it's actually going through the beam underneath this archway here. So once you've taken those 2 guys down, I cut the cutscene out, and now we have the helicopter that we're going to be fighting in the next chapter. But here we just get a little taste of him. And what I like to do is hang back here, and to win the fight, all you need to do is hold the block button until he flies away. And admittedly, this is a very strange idea for a final confrontation for a level, since we're used to doing boss battles, but I find it refreshing. It beats the Dynamo clone. So once that guy's slain, we have to get the strongbow. But you can actually get the strongbow earlier just by going up into that room. But I knew that if I did that, I would have to go up in there twice. So it doesn't matter. It's going to take 3 shots to kill this guy up here, no matter what you use. Actually, it might take less with a strongbow. It might take 2 shots. I don't know, but shoot it. Shoot the missiles that he's throwing at you. Even if it's a close call, just line your shots up and shoot the missiles. And then just one more shot for this guy hiding up there, the hider. And there is the bow we're going to use. It's a strongbow. So when you go through that door, you're going to have to face 3 spawners. And if you don't care about getting like a Master Ninja rank, or if you don't care about the Nimpo, how much Nimpo you have affecting your scorecard, then just use Nimpo here. There's no reason to die and then restart from wherever you last saved it. Because, just use your magic here. They're going to replenish your magic in the next chapter. So there's no point to not using that magic if you need to. So we're back into this area, and we're going to get the strongbow, but we have to do a task after we get the strongbow. So you see how you would have to come up here twice? So I just found it unnecessary to get the strongbow the first time I was in this vicinity. So grab the strongbow here. And you can't switch bows. Like, once you put your bow down, that's it. you can't get it out of there. I did try that in my last campaign on hard mode, so it's kind of hard to sometimes center yourself in here, but just keep trying. Shoot the glass off that, and then shoot an arrow into the target, and the gate will open. I liked receiving a Talisman of Rebirth in Sigma, but here they don't give you anything. But that's the conclusion of the chapter. In the next chapter, like I mentioned, we're going to have a couple boss battles in the middle of the chapter. Actually, I guess all three you would consider those all to be mid-level bosses, and kind of like this chapter, there's no boss at the end of it, so look forward to that, and I will see you in the military supply base, the next chapter.